Hello all. Topic of our today's lecture is Kepler laws. Some information before Kepler observed his laws of planetary motion. Johannes Kepler, a German astronomer and mathematician, studied the planetary motion of Mars and used observational data of Tycho Brahe. Brahe came up with accurate observation of Mars with his naked eyes, no telescope, only compass and sextant. Here he assigned Kepler to develop the theory of planetary motion using his observational data. Here are Kepler's laws of planetary motion. First law, law of orbit. Orbit of each planet is an ellipse with sun at one focus. Second law of area. Equal areas in equal interval of time. And third law of period. T square is proportional to AQ. Let us study them in detail. Kepler's first law, the orbit of every planet is an ellipse with sun at one of its foci. So here sun is at focus at one of the focus and planet is describing an ellipse around the sun with acceleration towards sun and planet is moving in central orbit. So here observations are made from first law. Number one, sun is not at the center, sun is at focus and there is nothing at other focus. Second observation, acceleration of each planet towards the sun varies as the square of its distance from the sun, that is f is inversely proportional to r square. From where we made this deduction, see if you remember, this is the slide from one of videos of central orbit where we discussed that if path is given and path is ellipse, then law of force is given by F is equal to lambda over r square. So from here we made this deduction that F is inversely proportional to r square because a law says orbit is an ellipse. That's why we can say law of force is given by this, F is proportional to 1 over r square. Now second law, the radius vector drawn from the sun to a planet sweeps out equal areas in equal interval of time. Let planet is at point P1 and describing this area A1 in time t, and let second position P3 and describing this area A2 in the same time t. Then we can here say that both areas are same because time is same, so areas are same. So this is the second law. But now you observe that if planet is moving from P1 to P2, then distance is larger than this distance. So we can observe if a planet is nearer to sun, then it moves faster, and if planet is far from sun, then it moves slower. So first observation is planet moves faster when it is nearer to sun, means at this position. Now second observation is acceleration of planet is directed towards the sun. Now from where this observation came? Because radius vector drawn from the sun to planet sweeps out equal areas in equal time, means rate of change of sectorial area. And if you remember, we studied article of areal velocity. So this is areal velocity, and we know areal velocity is constant only in central orbits. So we can say here orbit is central, and if orbit is central, then that acceleration is directed towards the fixed point, that is towards the sun. Here particle is planet and fixed point is sun. So planet is moving around the sun with acceleration directed towards the sun. So for detailing, you must read that article of areal velocity. Now third law. The square of period of any planet is proportional to the cube of semi-major axis, that is A. Now T square is directly proportional to A cube. See this graph. Here Mercury is the nearest most to the sun, means it will take less time for a complete revolution around the sun, so its orbit will be much smaller than the other planets. As we as we move far from the sun, Venus, Earth, Mars, their orbits becomes larger, larger and larger. So first deduction is farther a planet from the sun, longer its orbit, and vice versa. Why? Because T square is proportional to AQ. As A increases, T also increases. As T increases, its dia increases. Okay? That means parameter increases. Now, second observation is absolute acceleration mu is same for all the planets. For this, let's go to next slide. We'll prove here mu is same for all the planets. Now, since we discuss that ellipse is an central orbit, so using this result, t is equal to time period is equal to area of ellipse divided by rate of description of sectorial area. We have area of ellipse is pi ab and rate of description of sectorial area, that is areal velocity, is half h. Now h is root mu l and l is latus rectum, half of latus rectum, b square over a. After simplifying, you will get t square is equal to 4 pi square a cube divided by mu. Now, since Kepler's third law says that t square is proportional to a cube, so from equation number 3, mu must be constant. So here mu is absolute constant, absolute acceleration. Now, what is interpretation of this absolute acceleration mu? We have F is equal to law of force mu into r raised to power n. If we put r is equal to 1, that is if planet is at unit distance from the sun, then we can say mu is equal to F, means mu is acceleration. So in that case, when planet is at unit distance from the sun, we'll say that acceleration is absolute acceleration and it is constant for all the planets. So this is the observation made from third law. Now, uh, next in the next slide, we'll discuss Newton's law of gravitation.